Hello, I'm Jackie Patterson, and this is my book, Pembroke, A Glimpse into the Past. This is the first and the only book to concentrate on the early history of Pembroke. Before I talk about why I published this book, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Pembroke, attended Pembroke schools, graduated from the Pembroke Collegiate Institute with a grade 12 diploma in commercial work. Therefore, I do not have an academic background, but I've always had a deep interest in history and, thanks to my parents, an interest in local history. So why did I decide to publish this book? About 20 years ago, I became active with the Upper Ottawa Valley Genealogical Group. I learned about doing research. I learned genealogists must document their findings. They cannot accept family lore as fact. I found that early history written on Pembroke was based on family lore. I began documenting the history. In my search, I found discrepancies. Red flags went up. After all, perceived wisdom says that Peter White was the founder of Pembroke, being the first settler. But my research gives a different story. Then the question arose, how do I get the word out that there's much more to Pembroke's early history than previously thought? The answer, publish a book. So how to go about this? I selected the time period, mid-1820s to the end of 1876. Pembroke was incorporated as a town January 1st, 1877, a logical place to stop. I made a list of chapter headings, then organized my accumulated research under these headings. In some cases, I needed more information about a particular subject, and this required me to dig deeper. For instance, under communications, the telegraph was as vital to our early residents as the internet is to us today. So when did the telegraph arrive in Pembroke? We associate telegraphs, railroads. But my research showed that the telegraph came 15 years before the first train arrived in Pembroke. It amazed me to find out just how civilized Pembroke was. The residents put a priority on building their churches and their schools. Temperance societies played a big part in the social life, and the social scene was very active. And what was the big summer sport before baseball was invented? Our Pembroke gentlemen played cricket in their leisure time. I attempted to stay with contemporary sources, such as census, land records, letters, diaries, newspapers. I spent a lot of time reading microfilm, but I also included some lore. It was a reminiscence of how Pembroke celebrated the First Dominion Day, June 1st, 1867. That was the only record I could find that showed how most residents of Pembroke celebrated this very special occasion. The Pembroke Observer tells a different story. From the beginning, politics were an important part of life in the community. Pembroke was chosen county town in 1861, but it wasn't until 1866 that the first meeting of the Renfrew County Council was held in Pembroke in the newly completed Renfrew County Courthouse. By the way, the first secret ballot was used in a federal by-election here and in the rest of Canada in 1874. Please take time to read Pembroke, A Glimpse into the Past. It takes only about 3 hours. Most of the information contained in this book cannot be found on the internet. I hope that this will be a resource for students of all ages. My book can be found in local libraries, including this one. It can be purchased from me. It's also available from the Upper Ottawa Valley Genealogical Group Library, from the Champlain Trail Museum, and from Prince Street Books. I'd like to offer sincere thanks to the Pembroke Public Library for allowing me to make this presentation, and thank you for listening.